Good morning, student. This is our second part of history chapter, the Nazism and the Hitler. And now this is the second part. Earlier we have talked about the how the Germany and the Nazi party they were making their autocratic rule in Germany and the other European state. And now we are continuing that how the birth of Weimar Republic come to an existence in Germany after the First World War. That after the defeat of Germany in the First World War and the abdication of the emperor gave an opportunity to the parliamentary party to recast German polity. So after the losing the First World War, now Germany politics totally changed, transformed into a parliamentary party. Now a national assembly met at Weimar and established a democratic constitution with a federal structure. Now after the First World War in Germany, the federal structure government has been made and a democratic constitution made. Now deputies were now elected to the German parliament or Reichstag on the basis of equal universal votes cast by all adults including women also. Now in after the First World War, after the 1918, when the Germany lost the war against the Allies power, now Germany politics changed into democratic one, and now the all the you can say deputy in the parliamentary structure voted by the all adults, and now the women are also free to give their votes. Now the republic however was not received well by its own people largely because of the terms it was forced to accept after Germany's defeat at the end of the First World War. The peace treaty at Versailles with the Allies was a harsh and humiliating peace. After becoming democratic nation, even the public was not overcome from the humiliation which was you can say which was given to them by the Allies power after a harsh treaty that Germany lost after this treaty with the Allies power. Germany has to lost its overseas colony, a tenth of its population, 13% of its territories, and 75% of its iron and 26% of its coal to France, Poland, Denmark, and Lithuania. All these powers and rights has been taken away by the Allies power from the Germany, as Germany has to face the loss in the war. The Allied power demilitarized Germany to weaken its power. Not only this, now the Allied power also weakened the political as well as the army power of the Germany. That's why Allied power demilitarized Germany to make it a weaker country. The war guilt cause held Germany responsible for the war damages and Allied countries suffered. Now, after losing the First World War, all the Allied powers call the Germany the responsible reason, one of the most responsible reason, whatever damage or the war expenses held and whatever harm was suffered by the Allied countries. Now the Germany was forced by the Allied power that whatever harms was happened in the First World War, now the Germany will be responsible to compensate it, amounting all about 6 billion. The Allied armies also occupied the resources rich in land for much of the 1920s. Many Germans held the new Weimar Republic responsible for not only the defeat in the war but the disgrace at Versailles. After this, so many compromises, the many Weimar Republic thought that whatever misfortune and whatever compensation was given by them to the Allied country, that it was responsible reason behind this, that how the Germany has to face defeat in the war, and not only this but whatever disgrace they have to be a part of disgrace at Versailles. So Weimar Republic, the people blame Weimar Republic is totally responsible for all these misfortune. Now, after the First World War, what was the effect of the First World War on the economic front of Germany? Now, the war had a devastating impact on the entire continent, both psychologically and financially. From a continent of creditors, Europe turned into one of debtors. That after the war, the situation changed dramatically, not only the money wise, financially, but the psychologically. Now, the Europe, once it was known as a richest country, and Europe used to give the financial support to the another. Now Europe itself come under debt. It has changed into debtors. Unfortunately, the infant Weimar Republic was being made to pay for the sins of the old empire, and it was a misfortune, unfortunate, that now the Weimar Republic has to pay all the sins and all the compensation just because of their old empire. The republic carried the burden of war guilt and the national humiliation, and was financially crippled by being forced to pay the compensation. Those who supported Weimar Republic, mainly socialists, Catholics and Democrats, who support the Weimar Republic, socialists, Catholics and Democrats, became easy target of attack in the conservative nationalist circle. They were mockingly called the November criminals. Who called November criminals? The Weimar Republic, and mainly among them socialist, Catholics and Democrats. They were known as a November criminal. This mindset had a major impact on the political developments of the early 1930s, as we'll soon see. Now, the First World War left a deep imprint on European society and polity. Soldiers came to be placed above civilians. Politicians and publicists laid great stress on the need for men to be aggressive, strong, and masculine. Now, the media glorified trench life. The truth, however, was that soldiers lived miserable life in these trenches, trapped with rats feeding on corpses. They faced poisonous gas and enemy shelling, and witnessed their ranks reduce rapidly. Aggressive war propaganda and national honor occupied center stage in the public sphere, while popular support grew for conservative dictatorship that had recently come to in being. Democracy was indeed a young and fragile idea, which could not survive the instability of interwar Europe. It was that after the war, there was a deep scars or the imprints of First World War on European society, either politics or on the mindset of the people. They were financially became so weaker, and they were also forced to pay compensation of the war. Now, continue the chapter, political radicalism and economic crisis. Now, what is political radicalism? The birth of Weimar Republic coincided with the revolutionary uprising of the Spartacist League on the pattern of the Bolshevik Revolution in Russia. Soviets of workers and the sailors were established in many cities. Now, the political atmosphere in Berlin was charged with the demands for Soviet style governance. Those opposed to this, such as the Socialists, Democrats, and Catholics, met in Weimar to give shape to the Democratic Republic. The Weimar Republic crushed the uprising with the help of a war veterans organization called Free Corps. The anguished separatists later founded the Communist Party of Germany. Communists and socialists henceforth became irreconcilable enemies, and could not make common cause against the Hitler. Both revolutionary and militant nationalists craved for radical solution. Now, political radicalization was only heightened by the economic crisis of 1923. Germany had fought the war largely on loans and had to pay reparations in gold. The depleted gold reserve at a time resource was scarce. In 1923, Germany refused to pay, and the French occupied its leading industrial area, Ruhr, to claim their coal. Germany retailed with passive resistance and printed paper currency recklessly. With too much printed money in circulation, the value of German mark fell. In April, the US dollar was equal to 2000 24,000 marks. In July, in 3,053 353,000 marks in August, and these are the structure marks at. These are the facts and figures that how the currency of Germany declined by the December. The figure had run into trillions. As the value of the mark collapsed, now the value of marks was collapsed. It means decreased very poorly. Prices of goods soared. The image of German carrying cartloads of currency notes to buy a loaf of bread was widely publicized, evoking worldwide sympathy. This crisis came to be known as hyper hyperinflation, a situation when prices rise phenomenally high. Eventually, the Americans intervened and bailed Germany out of the crisis by introducing Dawes Plan, which revoked the terms of reparation to ease the financial burden on Germans. So, we can see that after the First World War, the economic system of Germany was became so much poor, and there was an economic crisis. And after facing so much economic crisis, the America emerged as an helping hand, and America introduced a Dawes Plan, by which there was a little bit of financial burden on Germany reduced. Now, the years of depression. What type of depression we are talking about here? That we are talking the First World War and its effect on Germany. So what were the years where the people became so much depressed? The years between 1924 and 1928 saw some stability, yet this was built on sand. German investment and industrial recovery were totally dependent on the short-term loans, largely from the USA. This support was withdrawn when the Wall Street Exchange crashed in 1929. Fearing a fall in prices, people made frantic efforts to sell their share. On one single day, 24 October, 13 million shares were sold. And this was the start of the Great Economic Depression. Over the next 3 years, between 1929 and 1932, the national income of the USA fell by half. So we can see that the country which are known as the richest country today, they were also witnessed the Great Depression, economic depression one time. That between 1929 and 1932, the national income of United States of America reduced by half. Factories shut down, exports fell, farmers were badly hit, and speculators withdrew their money from the market. The effects of the recession in the US economy were felt worldwide. Now, that the German economy was the worst hit by the economic crisis. By 1932, industrial production was reduced to 40% of the 1929 level. Workers lost their jobs or were paid reduced wages. The number of unemployed touched an unprecedented 6 million. On the streets of Germany, you could see men with placards around their necks saying, "Willing to do and work." Unemployed youth played cards or simply sat at street corner or desperately queued up to the local employment exchange. As jobs disappeared, the youth took to criminal activity. Important that if the country will not provide the proper job facility to the youth, then by forced they took the path of criminal activities, and the total disappear became commonplace. So you can see that it was a situation after the First World War between 1929 to 1932 in Germany and USA also, that how these European states faced the Great Economic Depression. Now, the economic crisis created deep anxieties and fears in people. The middle classes, especially salaried employees and pensioners, saw their savings diminish when the currency lost its value. Now, not only this, now the people became more aggressive and anxiety. They full of anxiety and they were worried as the people who got their salary as an employee, and the middle class people and the pensioners, the old people who used to take their pension, now their savings just demolish, just come to an end as currency lost its value. That the currency of the USA and the Germany have its value. The small businessmen, the self-employed and retailers suffered as their business got ruined. Now the not only the pensioner and the job workers employees salary come to ruin, but the small businessman also face so much of challenges. Now the important term, that Wall Street Exchange, it was the name of the world's biggest stock exchange located in the USA. The Wall Street Exchange located in USA, and it is the world's biggest stock exchange. Now these situations, that these section of the society were filled with fear of proletarianization and anxiety of being reduced to the ranks of the working class, or worse still, the unemployed. Only organized workers could manage to keep their heads above water, but unemployed weakened their bargaining power. Big business was in crisis. The large mass of peasantry was affected by a sharp fall in agriculture prices, and women, unable to fill their children's stomachs, were filled with a sense of deep despair. So you can see that not only the small businessman or the workers employees, but the peasant, the farmers, and a big section of the society in Germany and USA had to face the economic crisis, and it is known as a because the value of their currency come to an end, lost its value. The currency value was zero in 1929. That's why this year is known as the economic depression. Now politically too, the Weimar Republic was fragile. The Weimar Constitution had some inherent defects which made it unstable and vulnerable to dictatorship. One was proportional representation. This made achieving a majority by any one party near impossible task, leading to a rule by coalitions. Another defect was Article 48, which gave the president the power to impose emergency, suspend civil rights, and rule by decree. Within its short life, the Weimar Republic saw 20 different cabinets lasting on an average 239 days, and a liberal use of Article 48. Yet, this crisis could not be managed. People lost confidence in the democratic parliamentary system, which seemed to offer no solution. So you can see that after the First World War, when Germany politics transformed into the democratic and the constitutional parliamentary rule, even there was not a, you can say, proper way of direction and the hold of the economy of the economical development. That's why there was not stability in the political system of Germany, and the situation became adverse, and in 1929 it became more worse in the economic front. So that's why there was not a solution. People lost their confidence in the democratic parliamentary system in Germany, and it seems no solution for them. Now we will continue. Hitler's rise to power. Now after this so much of discussion and you can say economic depression in 1929, after the First World War in USA and Germany, how the Hitler rise came to an existence, we are going to start that Hitler's rise to power. The crisis in the economy, polity, and society formed the background to Hitler's rise to power. Born in 1889 in Austria, Hitler spent his youth in poverty. When the First World War broke out, he enrolled for the army, acted as a messenger in the front, became a corporal, and earned medals for bravery. The German defeat horrified him, and the Versailles Treaty made him furious. In 1919, he joined a small group called the German Workers' Party. He subsequently took over the organization and renamed it National Socialist German Workers' Party. This party came to be known as the Nazi Party. The National Socialist German Workers' Party, after some time, it has to be known as the Nazi Party. In 1923, Hitler planned to seize control of Bavaria, march to Berlin, and capture power. He failed, was arrested, tried for treason, and later released. The Nazis could not effectively mobilize popular support till the early 1930s. It was during the Great Depression that Nazism became a mass movement. As we have seen, after 1929, banks collapsed and business shut down. Workers lost their jobs and the middle classes were threatened with destitution. In such a situation, Nazi propaganda instilled hopes of a better future. In 1929, the Nazi Party got no more than 2.6% votes in the Reichstag, the German parliament. By 1932, it had become the largest party with the 37% votes. So, now Hitler was a powerful speaker. His passion and his words moved people. He promised to build a strong nation, undo the injustice of the Versailles Treaty, and restore the dignity of the German people. He promised employment for those looking for work and a secure future for the youth. He promised to weed out of all foreign influences and resist all foreign conspiracies against Germany. Hitler devised a new style of politics. He understood the significance of ritual and spectacle in mass mobilization. Nazis held massive rallies and public meetings to demonstrate the support for Hitler and instill a sense of unity among the people. The red banners with the swastika, the Nazi salute, and the ritualized round of applause after the speeches were all part of the spectacle of power. In this way, the Nazi party came to an existence and Hitler came to an power in Germany. Nazi propaganda skillfully projected Hitler as a Messiah, a savior, as someone who had arrived to deliver people from their distress. It is an image that captured the imagination of a people whose sense of dignity and pride had been shattered and who were living in a time of acute economic and political crisis. So you can see, students, that how after 1929 Hitler rise as a powerful leader and a helping hand to the Germany people when Germany was facing so much of economical, psychological and economical depression. No country came to help the Germany, and the democratic system also failed in Germany after the First World War. Now how the Hitlers came to an existence, and he promised the people of Germany that he will provide proper employment, he will and all the sorrows, griefs and the unemployment from the Germany, and he will also promise that all the conspiracy against Germany, he will fight against all the conspiracy, and he will be you can say he will be provide an helping hand as a Messiah, as a savior to the German and the German people. So it is all about for this lecture. And then do your homework, see the video carefully, read the NCERT,